Hi, my name's Gavin Allenson. I'm a sports nutrition and coach, and about 8 years ago, along with Matt Lovell, my business partner, we set up a fat loss program called 4 Week Fat Loss. Now, it works incredibly well. It's pretty easy to follow, and when you've lost weight, it's a good maintenance plan to follow as well. Now, the problem with any diet plan or any eating regime is you do have to follow it. It's impossible to eat what you want, when you want, and get results. You still have to follow it. Now, recently I had a couple of clients who come to me looking to lose weight. Now, these particular clients actually knew their nutrition stuff. It was almost like they were actually teaching me a couple of things. Now, one client in particular had lost 12 kilos and over the course of about 9 months, following a broadly paleo-based type of plan, but then went and put it all back on again. Now, I can't really help that person with a traditional approach of just saying, eat this and creating a diet plan for them. They already know their stuff. They could create something better. The important thing for somebody like that is to try and identify why they fell off the wagon and what happened so that it doesn't happen again. Now, that's pretty much the million-dollar question. That can happen for a number of reasons. They could have lost their job. They could have fallen out with their partner or split up. They could have had more responsibility in their job. They could have been injured. All sorts of reasons why somebody falls off the wagon and goes back. Now, there's no logical reason why, let's take, for example, losing your job. If you lost your job, are you suddenly hungrier? Do you need to eat more food all of a sudden? There's no logical link between the event and then your behavior. Now, I believe a lot of the reasons why people end up in a cycle like that is because they've learned some behaviors around food that aren't particularly healthy. Now, if it's not food that's your issue, it might be drugs, alcohol, throwing yourself into work. It might be any of those other areas. But because we're talking about food and fat loss here, we'll stick to like the food examples. So they're using food either as a pick-me-up to help elevate their mood, or more as an anesthetic to dull any pain that they may be perceiving. Now, I believe in order to achieve lasting permanent weight loss, you need to understand where you acquired some of these negative learned habits around food and why you actually do find yourself overeating. Usually, they come from the environment, somebody who's either been close to you, who's influenced you. Now, to make those changes permanent and be able to stick to any healthy regime, you really need to identify where you've picked them up from. Now, I've created some free lessons that you can access. Go to www.changeyourlife.center. That's center spelled CENTER. And there's some free lessons where you can start uncovering some of these negative learned responses about why you do some of the things that you do. And then once you've uncovered those and start working through them, then that you're well on the journey to lasting fat loss success.